Before we start this video, I have a request for you guys and gals. I want you to like this video right now, even before you watch it. I'm basically asking you to do something that I never do. I am the worst at liking videos that I actually like. I just want to ask you before you forget. I hate to ask, I really do. It's just that those YouTube gods seem to make my video more popular the more likes I get and the more comments. So please leave a comment, any comment. It doesn't have to be anything to do with the video. Just say hello or goodbye or you suck. It doesn't matter. Just the more comments, the more likes, the more subscribes I get, the more popular it is. And if you don't want to like my video right now, watch the video and then tell me if you like it. I'm blabbering. I'm sorry. Let's carry on with the video. Home Depot. I must have been to around 60 Home Depots around the country, and most of them are just fine. They designed them for the average truck driver not to have a problem. Sometimes you will have tons and tons of pallets of product scattered around the back of the building, making it very hard for drivers. It's to be expected, really. But then you get a Home Depot like the one in Flagstaff, and you think to yourself, why? They must have hired someone who really wanted to have the biggest building possible and not give two shits about the skills of any driver that delivers there. Or the builders forgot to add a dock to the building and this was the only way they could do it. I don't know. This custom was brought to my attention by Rosa Salazar. She is 2 weeks into her new career and she was told that this place was going to be a regular delivery for her. So she wanted to know what the best way possible to set up and to back in. So here we are. Let me show you, and anyone else who thinks they may benefit from my advice. First of all, there is less than 80 feet from the dock to what would be right in front of you if you were backed up. All right, that's not a lot of room at all. If you happen to be parking into a dock right next to a trailer, like this one right here, you're going to find it very difficult. It's very possible, a lot of pull forwards, but very possible. Chances are you'll back up around here and then have to scoot your way over. But the first problem you're going to run into is this corner right here. You have to take it extra wide. You do. Make sure your axles are all the way forward when you do take the turn. If you have your axles all the way back, you will struggle and it will look like you will be hitting this. Ideally, you want to have a day cab, but sometimes, yes, new drivers in sleeper trucks will have to deliver here. This little area right here, what's the bet that that area was not there when it was first made and they had to extend it later and buy the property off these guys? I just feel like no thought whatsoever went into creating this building. So I'm going to run every scenario that I can think of with a sleeper truck and then with a day cab, just to show you how much easier it is with a day cab. And they'll all be 53-foot trailers, axles forward or axles back. Let's jump into it. So these backs are all pre-recorded. I didn't want to stretch this video out to 30 minutes, so this is why we're doing this. So I'm just going to pause once in a while and tell you what is going through my mind. Now, this is one of the better scenarios. You do not have a trailer here. Axles are all the way forward. We are in a sleeper. We do have to deal with this guy right here. This is not the most difficult. Again, we are limited on room over here. All right, so we just drive straight. Then we go over to the left. And a lot of the time I do like to have my truck running parallel to the wall, but it's unnecessary here. Okay, so as you can see, this is what I did. If you need to slow down, all right, there is a little tip I can give you for YouTube. If you go to the little section over here and click on this button, you can actually slow it down. That means my voice is slowed down too. That'll get kind of annoying, but you can always mute that. That's if you really want to watch this slowed down. So now we have our axles all the way back, which I do not recommend. But if you do happen to have your axles all the way back, make sure you take it really, 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 really wide. As you can see, I barely missed that wall right there. All right, so somewhat similar, but it's going to take a little long and a little more precise because now basically our trailer is a little bit longer because of the axles. All right, so it takes some skill. All right, now we're going to do it with axles forward and we're going to be parking next to the trailer. Now you're going to see a lot of pull forwards. A lot of pull forwards. All right, let's get on to it. Okay, basically, yeah, I ended up hitting this trailer. Whatever, get over it. I'm not going to do this again. It took a lot of pull forwards and then just, ugh. But yeah, as you can see, I'm moving over just a tiniest little bit at a time. Just, yeah, that's basically it. Some of the pull forwards were unnecessary, but I can't imagine what this would be like in a real scenario, in a real truck. Oh, yeah. Anyway, all right. So now we're gonna go. Okay, it says it's this space over here, but that's actually the one I'm not going into that one. I'm going into the one right here where I'm aiming towards. But anyway, it's very tough with your axles all the way back. There's going to be a lot more pull forwards. going on. Yeah. Oh, a lot of pull forwards. It took me a long time to do this, by the way, to figure out what was the best way to do it. Again, to remind you, if you want to slow down this, go into the YouTube settings on this video and go to like, I don't know, like 50% or something or whatever, right? Yeah, a lot of pull forwards, only moving over like an inch at a time. Okay, this time, yeah, we're going to go ahead and not have to be able, we will not have the best setup because there's a trailer here. Before there was no trailer there. So it just, now it's going to take a lot longer, but it is possible. All right. We just got to move those axles closer and closer to the right with the pull forwards. As you can see, I wasn't even turning my steering wheel there. I just needed to get my trailer back there so I can just readjust. Now, if I leave that area completely, I'm screwed. I'm basically back to where I was. So you got to like keep your axles in this area, and every time you do a pull forward, you'll start to readjust more and more and more and more. Yeah, a lot of pull forwards. I wouldn't recommend this level. Just skip this level. All right, it sucks. It really sucks. All right, now life's going to get a little easier now because we have a day cab, which means we have more room. All right, well, we get the same amount of room, but we have a smaller vehicle to maneuver in. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty basic. Axes all the way back. Yeah, so same thing as before. Now would be a good time to stop watching if you want to, but I'm just trying to run all the scenarios. So for those of you guys who actually do want to watch, yeah, hey, obviously you're more than welcome. Everyone's going to get a little harder, like this one right here, because this trailer is right here. It means that we cannot have a perfect setup. All right, but again, it's still possible. It's still possible. You just got to basically try to get your trailer over here. Keep your steers pointing straight, running parallel. But little adjustments here and there. I don't know. There's just obviously this level will be available. Anybody who has bought the game, if you want this. Sorry, anybody who has bought the game on the PC, and if you want this level, just email me, show me proof that you actually bought the game, because I can get these levels out immediately, while I cannot on the what's it called, on iOS and Android. It's just a little more difficult for me to do that. This is instant. I can just upload it right away to my website. Yeah, I wasn't able to actually do this. I ran out of lives. I kept hitting stuff. It was just too frustrating. I don't even think it's possible, to be honest with you. It's just every time I tried bringing that trailer over, it never went over, and I jackknifed more and more and more, and it was just... So yeah, go ahead and go to mytruckingskills.com if you want to download the PC version. And of course, you can get it on iOS and Android. Please like and subscribe, and email me if you would like me to do a particular customer that you feel is difficult. If it's not really difficult, there's a good chance I will not do it. Because the difficult ones are the ones that, well, I would like to do, and I would like to show people how to do it. Anyway, all right, goodbye.